Hello, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. I'm called Judith Bright and I'm here to talk about traveling. I am a consultant. I orientate people in aspect of traveling. I own a company, it's called British Educational Agency based in Nigeria. And the website is BEA, as in British Educational Agency /world.com. I'm here to talk about traveling because for some time now I've been having people calling me, people contacting me, they have been reaching out to me and on my WhatsApp contact. When you realize most of these people that contact you, most of them are not financially ready. Yeah, and that's one of the most important thing when you want to talk about traveling. Your financial capacity should be ready. If not, you'll find yourself in a mess. Because nowadays you find people who just get up and they want to travel, maybe because they have some cash at hand at that point in time the opportunity is brought to them. Maybe because some friends have told them stories, maybe some people have told them it's possible for you to travel. You can come. It's as easy as ABC to come. Yes. It's true that countries are very easy for you to get into, but without withstanding. Remember, you're traveling for your very first time. You're going to a country. It's not your father's land. Even your father's land, you can't just be based in Nigeria and you get up today. You want to go to Port Harcourt, or you want to go to Lagos, or you want to go to, you're coming from a village or whatever, you want to go to another village, without trying to prepare yourself. I believe that most of us, we're Africans, right? Before you travel even to a nearby city, you need to first of all think, do I have transport? I'm going to my aunt's place, I'm going to my uncle's place. Okay, now, even if she's going to be feeding me, even if she's financially capable and ready, she's going to be feeding me, but then I need some small snacks. I cannot ask my aunt to give me like 100 naira or whatever be the amount to get something like snacks or to get something like biscuit. And you can't just go to somebody's house and you're just sitting like that expecting the person to do everything for you. You get it? Now, what I'm trying to say is that you want to travel to another person's country. That's not your father's land. Whatever be the case, you should think about your pocket before you leave. Yep, it's very important. You should think about your pocket before you leave. Even if you have somebody that is going to receive you there, if you have somebody that's ready to receive you there, be it your friend or whosoever that is going to receive you, you need to have something in your own pocket. Especially nowadays, things are tough everywhere. The crisis is affecting nations. You can't just go and you're expecting somebody to take care of you all because the person has been based in that country for long and you think that, no, it's my long time friend. Remember, people do change. And I'll say that some people will not change, but it's just that the pandemic has affected so many. And so many are in crisis now, And you can't just get up and you go. Even if you get to your friend's place or your so-called host, please, there will be a day he'll be expecting you to do a gesture, which is like maybe to assist or contribute to cook for the house, or maybe assist in electricity or whatever. Now, what I realize is that most people, they just look for, they look for before I even get them. You'll find people who want to travel, and what the first thing they do is, can you give me the global amount? They just want an amount that would take them from that country, of that country where they are living, from their present country to their relocating country. They just want to have that exact amount. That's why most of the time they'll ask you, please, can you just give me the global amount? So they will look for all means to get that amount, and then before you know, they will get the amount. And then by the time they get the amount, they will find themselves, they just want to enter that country without even looking at their pocket. Now, I want to ask you a question. What if you get to that country and then you happen to have any kind of like immigration problem? Who is going to answer for it? Let's even leave aside, let's put aside immigration problems. Let's say you get to a country and you've arrived and something happens to you. What are you going to do? Are you going to contact that person? At least you need to have something on you. Even if that person is going to come to your rescue or your aid, you need to have something, you know, from your own pocket. Now, people just want to travel. As far as you tell them this country will cost 2M, they are ready. Okay, they'll look for all possible means. They'll get that money. And they travel, and by the time they get into that country, surely because most of them are using the student voice, you know, they use the student path to penetrate countries. Now you're coming as a student in another man's country. Some of them even get there, and you know, for you to be in another person's country, it's good for you to be legal. You need to be legal. Some of them come, they don't even, upon arrival, they don't even have money to complete their registration or to complete another tax in school, which is not right. With that, you can be faced with immigration problems that will cost you so much. That's the mistake most people make today. Now, when you want to travel, before you want to travel, there are certain things you should take into consideration, which I will tell you the first one is financial. You need to look at your pocket if you're financially ready to travel. If you're financially ready to travel. If you're financially ready to travel, then it's okay, you can travel. You can exploit the country you want to exploit, you know, because finances, it's not all about obtaining a letter, because some people will say, okay, I want to get an admission in this school in so and so country. Yeah, once you get the admission, what next? So many people have indulged themselves in admission procedures. They obtain letter, which is very okay, which could be very smooth at times. But is it all about you obtaining an admission? Remember, your purpose is to travel and to reach a destination country. Now you've gotten the admission letter. Let's say you've gotten the admission letter. What next? What are you going to do with the admission letter? You need to proceed. Now it gets to a point you are not financially ready. You're not financially ready, sorry. And now you're asked to provide the necessary documents to travel. It now becomes like a problem to you, like a torture to you. Why? Because you cannot meet those requirements. Did you for once check if you could meet all those requirements before indulging yourself in it? Okay, now they tell you, provide your sponsor and all the requirement documents for your sponsor. It now looks like the world is coming to an end. You need to know before you travel, you need to provide it. It's not all about getting the admission letter, like I said. Admission letter, sometimes you could get them, but after admission letter, it's not going to end there. You remember, you need a visa, and to process a visa, you need those documents to proceed with your visa. And now you get to that point, the letter is there. You don't have that. Remember, you've also spent money already for the application fee. Perhaps you must have paid the agency already for processing your documents, for processing your admission, or for doing the follow-up or whatever thing you're going to pay them. That's already money spent. Are you going to stop at that point? Now, are you going to stop at that point? Now, there are certain countries, some people will say, okay, I can defer my admission for the next intake. There are some countries that if you've not paid your fee, they cannot defer your admission. Except if you've paid your fee, then they can defer your admission. But if you've not paid your fee, they cannot defer your admission for certain countries. Believe me, certain countries cannot defer your admission if you've not paid your fee. So what is going to happen to you? What next? Yes, you wanted an admission letter, you've gotten an admission letter. What next? What about the visa process? Because you need a sponsor. So how do you get to that country without a visa? How? How do you get there? You need financial support to go to any country nowadays. You need it. You need it. You need to show that you have the money. Some people even get into the process and now it gets to like paying a fee. They are like, the amount is huge. I'm like, were you not informed before getting into it? You know, so many people are just so overcarried. They are so excited to travel, but they don't even have the means to. I understand that it could be somehow tough sometimes. I understand that we all want to go out to look for greener pastures. But then before you get involved, before you start any process, I'll advise you to be ready financially. To be ready financially before you can go into it. Now, if you've spoken with your family and your family, they say they can assist you, that's fine. If they can assist you, good, fine. Then you get involved, you know. You get involved. Now you're not financially ready. You've gotten an admission. You are hooked. You don't know what next to do. You've wasted money. No turning back. Now, sometimes when you tell people, when people come to me and I advise them in a special way, in a way I can best explain to them, sometimes they find it very difficult, but I like to be honest. I'm being honest with them. You understand? Before you apply for any country, make sure you check your age. Check your age. Check your age. How old are you? Have you got a passport? When is your passport expiring? Now, that's the mistake most people make. People want to apply for visa with a passport that is just left to 6 months to expiring date, and you want to travel for a visa. And let's say your program is like 1 year, because there's no program that is less. And if there's any program that is less, it will not be good for you, especially for visa countries. Countries that require you to get a visa won't be good for you, because they will see it's not a serious thing. They will know you're not going for studies or whatever thing you're going to do. So let's say you have a passport that is about to be expired and you want to apply for a visa. It's not good. Your visa has to be updated before you think of traveling. I mean, your passport needs to be updated before you think of traveling. Don't you get involved in any visa process when your passport is remaining just like 6 months to be expired. It's not good. It's preferable once you are already involved. While you're involved, that you've gotten an admission letter, you start working on your passport to get a passport that has longer duration to its expiring date. It's very important, because some of the reason why you're denied a visa is because of your passport. Because your passport is very close to its expiring date. So it's very important. Like I said, it's very important you know your age. Some schools will grant you admission with your age, but the visa process, remember, the visa office has their own criteria and they can refuse you a visa. Take for instance, like Poland, you can be granted an admission in Poland, but the visa office has their minimum age to grant you a visa. So what are you going to do when you get to that point? You've already obtained the admission letter, but now, because the school is interested to get its own part of the money, they've given you a letter, but now you are hooked at that point. They're denied the visa just because of that. Like I said, before you get involved into anything, make sure you have a passport. Before you even think of traveling, make sure you have a passport. Don't contact anyone for traveling purposes when you don't have a letter. When you don't have your passport already, that's the first thing you're supposed to have. How do you want to travel? You want to fly? You need a passport, and your passport needs to be updated. If it's getting to expiring, make sure you update it before you apply. You even contact somebody. And like I said, your age is very important before you travel. Your financial support is supposed to be good. You need to be financially capable. That's one of the things that hold it, that holds your journey. To me, that's the most important one. It's not about having a letter, but the financial aspect is supposed to be perfect. Yes, we understand that some people travel and some people are so graced that they could travel and then in the country where they're asking, others are providing like 10M and 15M and above for their sponsorship, for their affidavits. Some people could travel with less than that. Yes, not everyone is the same. Some people are graced, but at least you need to have the minimum, something that can cover your tuition fee. Okay, so it's very important we get to know all these things. You get to know all these things before you involve yourself in traveling. Like I said, the very first thing, I will start all over to tell you the things you need to have. 1, your documents. You check your documents. Are they okay? Are you sure your documents are authentic? 1. Do you have all your documents? Because some people want to travel today, they don't even have documents, they didn't even go to school, and they are calling you for studies, but they don't have documents. They expect you to do magic. Do you have your documents? Okay, now if you have your documents, which include your passport as well, what is your age? What is your age? Some people are 30 and they want to apply for a bachelor's program. That's not good. Some people will tell you it's possible they can do it. You will get involved and at the end, you will be denied a visa. And remember, when your passport is dirty because of a denial of visa, it's not so good for you. For your future purposes of traveling, it's not good. So like I said, your documents, do you have documents? The required documents, do you have them? If it's for education, do you have your educational documents to use? Have you got the passport? Is your passport updated? Have you got a sponsor? Is your sponsor capable? Now, have you got someone that will receive you in that country you're going to? Now, do you have any money upon arrival? You need to have money upon arrival. Like I said, you cannot just go to somebody's country like that. You have any money upon arrival. It's true, you're going out for studies, but you're also going to be doing 1 or 2 jobs to occupy yourself, to get some extra support, not calling back home, because once you're out, your family has done a lot. They have put in enough to send you out. Now you need to take care of yourself. You're not going to be calling back home. You're supposed to be assisting back home sometimes. So have you got the money to do the necessary things, the necessary documents, to put things in order before you get your stand? Because you need to have your stand, and for you to have your stand, you need to be okay with the immigration. You need to have some money on you. So please do not make a mistake by traveling without having money on you. Do not make a mistake by traveling without holding any money on you. It's very important. Sometimes you could be frustrated because you don't know. Sometimes people will tell you this country is this, is that, is that, is that. Truly, it could be that. Sometimes it's not the case, but sometimes it's the case. But sometimes before you get there, maybe when they told you that, and within the period you're trying to prepare your document to process everything, laws have changed, things have changed along the line, and new regulations have been made. Now, it will not look like they were lying to you. They weren't lying to you, but things have changed along the line. New regulations have been made. So it is very important you don't just live like that. Like I said, you cannot just live from one city. Even in your home country, you cannot just live from one city to another without you having some money in your pocket. Even if it's your mother's house you are visiting, you need to have some money to even buy, even if it's bread to take to them. So that's it. Well, we've said so much today. Like I said, this is our Facebook page. It's British Educational Agency. On our next video, we'll be talking about some other countries, how possible it is to travel to this country, and this will be stating some of the countries. In our next video, we're going to talk about that. I really want to thank you all, and I hope you learned something. And we are always open. Our contact, like I said, our page is British Educational Agency. On Facebook is British Educational Agency, and on our website you can reach to us too on our WhatsApp, because on the Facebook you have our WhatsApp contact on it, and you can also reach to us through BEA/world, as in WORLD.com. There is a button there, you can reach to us directly. And if you think you meet all these things, you want to travel, do not hesitate to contact us. We are always there to assist you, and we'll be very sincere with you. And believe me, when you work with me, we go step after step. I'm not into all this global, but whatever be the case, if that's what you want, we are going to do it for you. But I always advise you to go step by step, okay? Because when you go step after step, you don't lose your money. And if you get to a point you are stuck, there's always a way to amend things when you go step after step, okay? So like I said, my name is Judith Bright, and I'm here to give you the best advice, the best orientation on traveling. And the name of my company is British Educational Agency. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us too on YouTube. Yeah, you can find us on YouTube, but for now, at the moment, it's not functional. But with time, you're going to get us a bit. If you want to contact us easily, just get to our Facebook page. Our Facebook page, you have all the information, our WhatsApp contact. You can actually send us a message on Messenger. I will get back to you. And if you're that person, you're looking to travel, be it to any European country, be it to Canada, be it US, be it Cyprus, we are here at your service. And your satisfaction is our desire. It's our utmost desire. Looking forward to see you. And if you want to apply, you can go through our website and drop your documents. We'll get back to you. Thank you, and I hope you learned something. Looking forward to see you in our next video, in our next conversation time. Looking forward to see you next time. Thank you very much, and do have a nice day. Thank you.